I'm Mayor Sandy Stimpson coming to you from my office. It is Tuesday, May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. You know, about 10 minutes after 12 today, I happened to be looking out my window and I saw two F-16s flying by. They were part of the 187th Fighter Squadron out of Montgomery doing a flyover for our hospitals in appreciation for all of our healthcare workers. Don't know if you got to see them, but you know, there's a lot of appreciation by a lot of people thanking our healthcare workers for all that they're doing. Today is also Teacher Appreciation Day. You know, typically when you have Teacher Appreciation Day, you think of that teacher that's in the classroom, knowing that she's churning away, trying to teach your children, your grandchildren, nieces and nephews and so forth. You know, but today, those teachers are still working hard. They're not in the classroom, but they have some, I guess, what would you call it, a teacher helper? And that's that teaching mom at home. And so the mamas that are home or the daddies that are home doing the teaching in the absence of the children being in the classroom, I think that there needs to be a lot of appreciation expressed to them also. Today I would like to thank the City Council for approving the resolution to fund the testing of our senior citizens, and those are typically senior citizens in our housing projects and our homeless population. They had an opportunity to do that, and so I'm not sure exactly when that testing is going to start, but I know that Franklin Clinic will be starting it pretty soon in the Crichton Towers. So that's a very important part of our fight against the COVID virus, because you have a bunch of elderly people that are living in close quarters. And so, you know, we're not too early in making those tests, getting them out there on the ground. So thank the City Council for doing that. I also would like to thank the City Council for approving the transfer of $500,000 in an effort we call Ignite Mobile. And Ignite Mobile, as you may know by now, is to fund those businesses, or the close contact businesses that fell through the cracks with the funding of PPP, and those employers whose employees could not get workman's compensation. Later today, if not later today, first thing tomorrow morning, we'll be reaching out to all those who we think qualify for these grant opportunities, and we'll start actually taking the grant applications so that next Tuesday when the City Council meets, that we can actually start distributing the money shortly after that meeting. And some of that money will be distributed through direct deposits, and some will be distributed just through manual checks that people can come by, you know, to pick up as part of this grant program. Another thing is that this morning you may have seen that at 8 o'clock, Sheriff Cochran and I were outside the jail. We were testing all the employees at the city jail. There are about 50 people, I believe, that he has contractors that provide health services for the jail, plus 180 so correction officers. So over the period of today and tomorrow, we will have tested all of those who volunteered to be tested. Excellent turnout this morning. And what we're doing is we're trying to identify those who are COVID positive, maybe asymptomatic, but shedding the virus, and we want to isolate them and get them out of the jail so that they won't continue to spread that. Really huge thanks to USA Health for doing that. They worked in conjunction with Mobile Fire Rescue and stood up in a matter of 24 hours, just a couple of small tents, and actually built some, I will call it a cubicle, but it's a plexiglass and plywood shield that the nurse, the healthcare provider could stick their hands through the plexiglass holes, reach out and administer the nasal swab test to the employees. And that was done because we couldn't do drive-through testing where someone's sitting in their car and you do it through the car window. But in an effort to protect the healthcare workers, the Mobile Fire Rescue Department created these cubicles, worked with USA Health and Synergy Lab, and so we should be getting a lot of results back in the next 24 hours of those who were tested today. So still a lot of activity having to do with testing. activity by the City Council that's encouraging, reaching out into the community to help those that need help, and also to support the testing that's been going on. So I'll flip now to George and see if you got any questions from the media.
I have one from Fox 10 that is asking for your reaction to an article quoting the state health officer, Dr. Scott Harris, in which he talks about the number of cases in Mobile and says that they were a little bit later in Mobile than some parts of the state in getting testing up and going. And they would like a reaction to those comments.
Well, when he says they in Mobile, I assume he's talking about just the city of Mobile, but upon finding out about what was going on in the testing world, realizing that the city of Mobile didn't have tests, that's when we sent employees from the city, from the public safety department, actually to go up there and find out what they were doing at the Church of the Highlands. And it was shortly after that we got the rapid serum test. We tested all of our first responders, and I will say it again, I think we were the first city in the nation to do the screening test using rapid serum on all of our first responders. And since then, we've been playing catch up with the PCR testing, but with Synergy Labs doing what they're doing, they'll continue to increase their capacity. So yes, maybe the city of Mobile was, but I think that that's a shared responsibility of the health department. But I won't necessarily get into that. But from the city's perspective, we engaged and we made a lot of things happen. But yes, we are playing catch up, but we will catch you.
That's the only question we received.
Okay, well, appreciate you being with us this afternoon, and just remember it's your responsibility to take care of your health, and that's by doing the things that you know that you need to do, social distancing, wearing your face mask, washing your hands, and so forth. So thanks for what you're doing.